First and foremost, pardon my hair. I just finished washing it and putting in product, so I'm waiting for it to dry a bit before I do anything to the hair. I've not been posting as much as I used to post because I just had a job and I'm like trying to adjust my food to my insulin to my activities in the job. I mean that has been a lot, but I'm just trying to like adjust. So it's been a lot for me for a while. But in all of this, there's something that I noticed recently. So I create content on type 1 diabetes because I'm trying to cause awareness. I'm trying to use myself as an example to people, as an example so that people can learn. People who just got diagnosed can learn, can also, relate, you can also connect with each other. And also people who are not living with this condition can also learn about it so that they can, be of help the little way they can. Ignorance is really not an excuse to life. When you're ignorant, somebody can die in your front. That's the honest truth. So cussing awareness. And in all this, I expect that, as I'm creating content, a lot of people will know. And the way social media works is that once you have somebody's number, they have your number, they just start suggesting this person to you. Like, oh, this person is on TikTok. Are you following them? This person that is in your contact, all this kind of stuff. So I noticed that anytime somebody close to me comes to meet me and say like, oh, I saw your video on TikTok. You're living with diabetes. Oh my God, I didn't know. There is a way I feel like I don't feel excited. I want this person to know about diabetes, but I don't feel excited. I don't feel good. And for a long time, I've been asking myself, like, why? Why don't I feel okay? After a while, I realized that the reason I felt that way was because of how people have indirectly treated me, not in a bad way, but indirectly treated me every time they knew or every time they came to know that I was living with a chronic illness like diabetes. People who maybe know me before and they like know me as a girl that is, oh, you're multi talented, you can sing, you can dance, I love the way you are nice, you are this, that, that's what they know me as. Like my identity, they know me as Peremobwe. Do you understand? That is my name. Ah, you're an Ijo girl, I don't know how to speak Ijo. All those kind of stuff. But the moment they know that I'm living with type 1 diabetes, they move from, oh, you're such a talented girl, you're this, to oh my God, you're living with diabetes. Oh my God, sorry there. And every time they see me, before when they see me, they'll tell me, oh, how are you? How are you doing? But now, anytime they see me, is how is your health? How is your body? Hope you're feeling okay. Hope you're feeling like it moves from knowing who I am to going to a place of pity. And honestly speaking, it has been a lot. So it's like growing up, I had to start fighting people's opinion of how people see me. Because a lot of time when people get to know that I am living with diabetes, they no longer see me as per this person. They now start seeing me from a place of pity. When everybody around you is seeing you from a place of pity, it's hard for you to fight against seeing yourself from a place of pity. Like some people will understand. It's hard for you to now start thinking about like I have had case scenarios where people who are diabetic, like I people see me and they're like, oh my god, you're very hardworking. And then they get to know I'm diabetic, and the next thing is, no, don't touch that thing, no, don't stress yourself. Don't stress yourself. Go and sit down. Don't worry, we'll do it. Go and sit down. Like they don't let me do anything. It's only a few people that don't see me that way. They will not let me do anything, even though I have the capability or the capacity to do it. So it's now like you just want me to exist, to sit down. And I'm not an idle person. I'm not a person who likes to just stay and see other people do things and I'm not contributing. Even in the little ways, not like little ways, but sometimes I just see people that just put me aside and say, no, go and sit down. Honestly speaking, I'm not making this video to complain because I know that people do it from a place of, should I say a place of love? From a place of love, from a place of, kindness, they just want to relieve you of the stress, you are going through a lot. But one thing that I need to tell people is that self-identify people are just diabetic. I'm very, very careful. Recently, I've stopped calling myself a diabetic. I call myself as a girl living with diabetes. Or when somebody asks me, I'm like, oh no, I'm living with type 1 diabetes. So I've been living with type 1 diabetes because I'm fighting not identifying myself as a diabetic and not in a bad way, but people's scenario of what diabetic mean is that you're weak, you're gonna get your leg amputated, you're gonna do this, like all those plenty things. But I see myself as a girl who is living with diabetes, which is a part of my life, a part of what I need to deal with, but also as a multi-talented girl, as a girl who is hardworking, as a girl who is strong, as a girl, like diabetes is one major part of my life, but it is not my everything. I get so excited and so happy when I see people who are living with diabetes, especially type 1, type 2, any of the diabetes, doing things like progressing, doing things, learning that thing they wanted to learn, doing that sport they wanted to do, and they're progressing in it despite this big challenge. I find it so exciting and so beautiful. Even seeing women who have gotten married with diabetes, and they've given birth to kids, giving birth, no complications, even the ones that had complications but came out of it. Like, they inspire me so much. But when the immediate people around you are people who just look at you with pity, it's hard. I remember when I was small growing up, it affected my mental health a lot. It affected me a lot. Like, do you know what it means? Fighting yourself. Like, fighting other people's opinion about you is not as difficult as fighting your own opinion, because people's words started getting to my mind. And I'm not saying that, oh, don't, relieve the stress of somebody living with diabetes here. But can you allow us at least tell you that, oh, I can do this or I cannot do it? Like, give us options to be able to choose that, oh, I'm capable of doing this thing. Yes, I'm capable of doing it. Than just shutting us out completely. Sometimes, let me tell you, one thing that keeps somebody living with a chronic health issue going is the fact that they are doing things that give them joy. I'm a person that's singing, songwriting, singing, poet, nursing. I'm a nurse, caring for people and things like that give me joy. So even the days where it is hard for me, just knowing that I'm going to do this thing that will make me happy, that will give me joy, just makes me push myself to do it. So sometimes you are looking at this person from a place of pity and depriving them of the joy that they need, of the thing that will make them happy, of that good thing that will make them happy at that point in time. And you don't even know it. You know it couldn't give shit. Once their mental health is down, forget about it. There is nothing you want to do. There is nothing you want to do. And funny enough, mental health, your emotion affect your blood glucose levels with type 1 diabetes. In case you don't know, let me tell you now. So please and please, I know you want to be kind, I know you want to be nice, and it's good. It's good. But also give people the choice. Give them the choice to say, okay, let me do this, even if it's a little, let me be able to contribute. Let me be able to contribute. It makes us happy to find when I do things like that, I'm happy. I find fulfillment in the fact that even though I'm not like every other person around me, like I have something that is heavy that I'm carrying, that is quite, let me not say heavy, okay, yeah, a responsibility or a challenge. But at the end of the day, I'm still able to contribute to society, able to contribute to something around. So that's just what I want to say. Thank you for listening to my rant.